We are still in the month of October where we are raising awareness on breast cancer. Make sure you get yourselves checked, go get screened, and especially the women. But for the men, you can also do it as well. So it's time for us to all go to the health facilities and get ourselves checked. This segment is a news flash segment which is proudly brought to you by Franco Trade and Enterprise, still phone prepare fee. Whatever gadget you're looking for, mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, worry no more. Because we've got all of them covered for you. All you need to do is to visit any of our shops. You can actually download the app on your phone to make things very simple. So you download the Franco Trading app on your phone, or you visit our website www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone prepare fee. I told you earlier that today we are taking a look at the Catholics prayer walk that they embarked on Friday. It was a prayer walk to raise awareness on galamsey. It's a fight to protect our environment. Now, they came out to let us know that it wasn't targeted at the government, but rather to let all Ghanaians know that we have to protect our environment and also to pray about our environment. We'll take a look at it. It was really successful, I must say. There were so many thousands of Catholics who joined this walk. It started at the cathedral, Holy Spirit Cathedral, and it ended at Christ the King Parish. Now, one thing that some Ghanaians are saying is that for the Catholics, it's a good call. However, if you're doing this, then you ought to petition the government as well, because there is a certain government who is in charge of things that happens in the country. Yes, citizens can do things and they will be blamed for it, which is wrong. And that's why we have the law, we have the executive that makes sure that once the law is broken, people are penalized for it. And so if something is going wrong, we ought to hold the head responsible. We'll take a look at that. And then we'll also delve into electoral issues where the NDC is cautioning the EC not to go ahead and print ballot papers. Not just that. Now, there's been a clash between the NDC and the NPP at Nima, which has gotten about 20 people hospitalized. Now, the police is on manhunt for certain persons or certain individuals who were involved in this. We are still fighting for peace and praying that on 7th of December, we will have peace. So we are happy that the police is on manhunt for these persons. We'll talk a little bit about that, because elections is not about death, it's not about violence, but rather it's about peace and electing the right person who will lead our country. We'll take a look into that as well. Before then, I want us to take our newspapers where the headlines are given to us, and then we can delve into our topics. Don't forget to send in your messages now. Today, I want to read messages early. So you can start your messages now, and I will start reading them now. 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. We are still fighting galamsey, and we are looking at elections 2024. So do send in your messages to us. With the elections 2024 is about the clash that happened at Nima between NPP and NDC, and also what the NDC is telling the EC to hold on to the printing of ballot papers. With galamsey, we are taking a look at the prayer walk that was embarked on by the Catholics in Greater Accra region. Okay, so sending your messages to us. We want to hear from you. 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. The Ghanaian Times newspaper is the first newspaper I'm taking. The Ghanaian Times newspaper. 8 killed, others injured in 2 separate gruesome road crashes. Now, the picture here, is a picture of what Esiedua, myself, and KMJ were talking about this morning. It's the accident that happened at East Legon, where some people lost their lives. It's a firefighter from the Ghana Fire Service who is cutting part of the burnt vehicle involved in a crash at East Legon. And this what happened. Moody's upgrades Ghana's credit rating, says country's outlook positive. President praises Ochehene for championing environmental conservation. Parliament reconvenes tomorrow as government seeks to revoke Environmental Protection Regulation 2023. I'm excited about this, I must say, very, very excited about it, because we've been calling on this revocation and the government says you're going to revoke it. So if Parliament is now going to go back, then we know that it will be revoked. And once it's revoked, what's going to happen? All right. Let me see if we have some stories in here as well. 6 grand for alleged land encroachment, improper sand winning in Accra. Okay. So that'll be all for the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Oh, okay. There's actually a story. I'm quite interested in this. The sports. It says Black Stars off to Libya for dicey second leg tie with Sudan. Ooh. I don't know if we will win though. Okay. Hearts break young apostles home invisibility. Accra Lions, House of Lions drop points at home. Okay. The Republic Press newspaper is the next newspaper, the Republic Press. Economy back on track as Moody's revises outlook from stable to positive. 4 killed in car crash, reckless driving suspected. Reckless driving is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know where the suspicion is. We all saw the video. Reckless driving is what happened. It's not a suspicion, it's what happened. We saw it. It happened. He was reckless. Cynthia Morrison knocked out as court blocks independent ambition. We'll probably take a little look into this. We know Cynthia Morrison contested on the ticket of the NPP, won for her constituency as a member of parliament. However, she lost to her core NPP person, and so she decided to run independent, and she's been taken to court. There's an injunction on her running as independent candidate. Galamsey Minutes, Ghana risk becoming failed state, Cardinal Texan warns. Like I told you earlier, we'll take a little look into it. We'll tie that one to what the Catholic walk or prayer walk was all about. PNC alleges bribery at IPAC, petition special prosecutor, and Juventus Dorina becomes Ghana's first deaf lawyer. Congratulations, Juventus. So with regards to the PNC issue, that's what we're saying, that Bernard Mona says they had taken the EC to court. The Daily Dispatch newspaper, I would like President Bawumia and Mahama to reflect on their meetings with Pope Francis. Cardinal Texan says so. Police stations in Greater Accra and Central Region. Okay, so you see this in there. We had doubts about Agenda 111, but you have proved us wrong. Domahene to Bawumia. The Citizen app will improve revenue collection and transform Ghana, says Joe Garte. So Domahene, I don't know, maybe Domahene has seen the Agenda 111 buildings. So if any of you have seen it too, it will be right for us to take a look at it. We just want to see it. The Custodian newspaper is a final newspaper. Bawumia will win 2024 polls with majority MPs, Tampole says so. EC keeps trust. Ghana's economy bounces back. Moody's gives positive outlook. And please vote on December 7th. Coca pleads with SDA members. Okay. SDA members, you have to go and vote. Oh. There's a plea for you to vote. We know that you have to be in church, but please vote and go to church. Or maybe we'll bring the ballot boxes to your doorstep. I don't know. The Guardian Publisher newspaper is the final newspaper. I said the Custodian was the last, but it's not. The Guardian Publisher is rather the last newspaper. Group defends Kweumanhene rubbishes extortion claim against him. Moody's raised Ghana's economy high. Samira pushes hard for Bawumia in Ashanti. And Siedu Nketia to Muslims vote for NDC for your protection. This coming from Siedu Nketia. That's the Ghanaian Publisher newspaper. There's all time perimeters with regards to the newspapers that we have. We have a first guest here, and he's the person of Philemon La Esquire. Hello, Philemon.
Hi, good morning, Rosalind.
Good morning, how are you?
I forgot to add, Radiant Rosalind.
Oh, thank you. How are you too?
I'm well, thank
Great.
you. I'm well, thank you. Yeah.
Today we are taking a look at how many days? 55 days to elections.
55 days to rescue Ghana, to reset Ghana.
I don't know about that, but 55
No,
days
I am
to elections.
stating. I'm stating.
Okay. Oh, you
are
are
yes,
okay.
yes.
All right.
Yeah, we are going to reset Ghana, and the people of Ghana are going to ensure that. You see, things are so bad. For the first time in the history of our country, we have the Catholics come out in their numbers, made up of the clergy and lay members. You and I are Catholics, we understand. Catholics, the clergy, the lay faithful, come out in unprecedented numbers to walk the streets of Accra, say our Hail Mary full of grace, end up with Hail Holy Queen, pray to the Lord to rescue Ghana because of the failure of the human beings God has allowed to lead this country. Akufo-Addo has been a monumental failure. And over the weekend, I heard him speak at in Chibi, commending the Ochehene for his monumental role in the fight against galamsey. And I asked myself, is he living in some wonderland? Is he living in utopia? Is he living out of this world? I mean, is the president just so deaf and dumb and cannot feel the plight of the people of this country?
Check your words.
Is the president deaf and dumb?
No.
Is the president?
No.
These are rhetorical questions we are asking.
No.
And this is with no disrespect to anybody with disability. Otherwise, how would the president not be aware of the plight of this country? That before the Ochehene...
Philemon, please hold on for me. Philemon, hold on for me. So you see, for the fact that we even have respect for people who are living with disability,
yes,
we don't like to use those words.
I've used those disclaimers.
Yes.
That disclaimer.
So please
retract
it. I beg you.
No,
because you see, even today we are praising. We are celebrating Juventus. Then you say, is the president so deaf and that? No, you don't do that, because if you do that, that's an insult.
No,
yes.
It's not. Exactly. It's not, because I made a disclaimer that this is no disrespect to people who live with disabilities.
No, but
if you'd like, I can say this: that the president has failed to listen.
You can use
that. That
is perfect. But you understand, there are people living...
Yes. I have made that disclaimer. Don't make it look like I said it without a disclaimer.
No.
I issued out a disclaimer. The fact of the matter is that, you see, Rosalind, these are the issues that are confronting the fight against galamsey. Because I expect the media, when we are talking about it, to put aside the tangentials. And the main issue here is that the president doesn't listen to the cries of the people. So neither does he speak anything that reflects a solid commitment to the fight against illegal mining.
In the media, we want to speak to the issues without using certain words or attacking personality.
It's not a...
And you see, when it comes to
Rosalind,
because for me, I'm celebrating Juventus this
There are more important issues to talk about now.
But I'm celebrating Juventus this morning. And then you use those words, is the president so deaf and dumb? When I am celebrating somebody who has become the first...
But you are failing to add that I said this is no disrespect to people living with disability.
Use it in the first place. Just say that, the president is failing to listen.
I
think that is good enough. Anyway,
I should not be told how to describe the failure of the president.
No, but you can say it without using those words.
The fact is the president doesn't listen. He doesn't. He doesn't. If he listened, he would have listened to the several calls you have made on this show for him to act. You, Rosalind, have personally spoken on this show. Has the president acted? Does that speak to a man that listens to the cries of the people of this country? Does he listen to the fourth estate of the realm? Does he listen to the cries of the citizens of this country? Will he listen to the Catholics who protested?
The Catholics said they were not going to the government. They said it's for everybody.
Would they listen to, if it's for everybody, the government is involved?
But that's what the Catholics said.
But speaking to everyone, does it exclude the president?
Did they petition?
Rosalind.
Did they petition? I'm asking you.
Rosalind, sometimes you're playing the devil's advocate.
I'm not playing the devil's advocate. The Catholics, even the Catholic Bishops' Conference came out to say that
they spoke
it is Greater Accra.
Did they speak about illegal galamsey out of a vacuum? Is there illegal galamsey in Greater Accra region? Is there illegal mining in Greater Accra region? Why were they not brave enough to just say, we are So the fact of the matter is that the Catholics can be diplomatic in whatever they do, but we all know that the Catholics have protested in an unprecedented fashion against the government on illegal mining. Are you disputing that? Rosalind, I'm asking you the question. Are you disputing the fact that the work by the Catholics was against illegal mining? When in actual fact, their statement said it. It was against illegal mining.
Okay, so let me say what the Catholics said. And they came out to say this, that it is not Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference, number one.
It is Greater Accra Archdiocese.
Good, yes. Fantastic. Again, they said it is not targeted at the government. They said it with their words, not targeted at the government. It is not a demonstration, they said it. It is not a protest, they said it. They said it is a prayer walk. And what people are saying, that's why we are delving into that today. What people are saying is that the Catholics must be bold enough to tell the government what it is. If it is A, tell the government it's A. If it's B, tell the government it's B. Don't beat around the bush and tell us that, we are doing a prayer walk. It is not a demonstration.
I am aware that there are people that are scared about the high-handedness of this government, that when you speak up against them, they come at you. I know people have those fears. Perhaps in the case of the Catholics, they may also have those fears. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that the Catholics were very clear that their prayer walk, or whatever name they choose to call it, was because of the rippling effect of illegal mining. Who is in charge of ensuring that illegal mining does not happen in this country? It's not the government. So if the Catholics come out and say, it's not targeted at Akufo-Addo and all of that, we are reading between the lines. We all know that they did not organize this prayer walk out of a vacuum. They organized it because of the devastating effect of illegal mining on our society. And the fact that everyone in this country must be involved in this fight, irrespective of which part of Ghana you live in, irrespective of the direct effect of illegal mining on you, there's a potential long-standing effect that will have all of us. And that's why the Catholic team out in their numbers.
All right, Philemon, we'll delve deeper into it. Benjamin Jim up here is here. Hi, Benji.
Hi, beautiful.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am very sorry for being late this morning.
That's okay. I think that it was both of you, so.
Yeah.
Yes, Philemon came a bit earlier.
No, I came at the start of our discussion. He is the one that has come late. He has a reputation.
Good morning to Philemon as well. This morning I think he's on heat and, with this topic that we are discussing this morning. A very good morning to my mother, and today happens to be her birthday.
Oh, wow.
I wish her a beautiful birthday today, and I wish that the Lord will continue to protect her. Amen. There's more to come.
Amen. Happy birthday, Mommy.
Yes.
From all of us.
Yes. Thank you so much. Rosalind, I think with this Catholic bishops on the verge of the prayer walk is in the right direction. In fact, we must admit that water bodies are being destroyed by the good citizens, some good citizens of this country, because they see it as their source of livelihood. Last week when I came here, I demonstrated that the government is eager in fighting and bringing a total stop to this menace that is really becoming a cancer in our system of governance. I demonstrated that with various alternatives, government was able to enroll or tried to remove over 50,000 youth who were engaged in Galamsey. And under the Alternative Livelihood Program, government enrolled all these 50,000 from these mining areas who were engaged in Galamsey, some in bead making, soap making, pig farming, reforestation, land reclamation, and a whole lot. Even those that wanted money for chore bars, as we locally call it, were giving monies for chore bars. Down the line, about 3 months after all of these people were enrolled on the Alternative Livelihood Program under the auspices of Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, these 50,000, some of them, almost half or above half, went back saying that the monies that government is trying or the program that the government has placed them in is not fruitful like the Galamsey that they were engaging in. That means that they see the Galamsey business as a very lucrative business and not that of a business that is going to destroy the water bodies. They are looking at the money that they are making other than the water bodies that they were destroying. So the point is, why did the government remove all of these 50,000 young men and women from all these Galamsey sites, try to train them, put them on government payroll, give them incentives, and push them to make sure that they never get back to this Galamsey site? But along the line, they went back telling government that the money that they are used to, or the money that they were getting from the illegal activities of Galamsey, was more than what government was paying them. So if you have a system like that, it's a very, very critical one. Again, I ask myself, what do you want government to do right now? There has been in some days past, government used force. Were we not here when President Akufo-Addo and Operation Galamstop were burning excavators? Certain sections of the public said that it wasn't the best way to go, right? But President was bent on making sure that all these people that were mining on our water bodies, whoever, whether it's Chamfine, whether it's excavators, whether it's Caterpillar, whatever it is, that there was a strict command given to these soldiers. Anybody that you see on the water bodies that were destroying these our water bodies and our lands. You burn them. So president has used force. He has used persuasion by removing 50,000 young men and women, place them on alternative livelihood program. Okay? Still, we're still having this cancer. So it is in the right direction that since the beginning of this world, we have the spiritual side of life and then the physical aspect of life. So therefore, if the Catholic bishops are going on a prayer walk, I feel it's the right thing. Maybe spiritually we have some deficiencies. Because government in its polls and everything has demonstrated that they are making sure that our water bodies, anybody that is on the water bodies, on our water bodies, destroying it, gets out of that place.
Benji, let me ask you this. If you were in opposition and the NDC was in power and this was happening, would you have blamed the NDC or would have blamed it on spiritual or the individuals?
Well, I would have probably, the Galamsey, illegal Galamsey did not start from President Akufo-Addo.
No, I'm saying that now.
When they were in power.
I said that if now the NDC were to be in power and you were to be in opposition and this was happening, would you have blamed the NDC or you'd have blamed spiritual issues or the Ghanaian citizen?
If both physical tactics or strategies were used and probably would have failed, I would have probably resorted to spiritual whatever.
So you didn't have blame.
Prayer is the key. They say it's not a demonstration; it's a prayer walk. Of course, like I've said.
It's a prayer walk.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. There's the spiritual life. There's a spiritual aspect of life, and then the physical.
Okay.
Government has done the physical. That is why we have the churches and these.
Government has done the physical, but the issue here is that there was an LI 2462 that the government issued. That was physical. There was a case where so many licenses are being issued, and you know how citizens are. Once you start letting people know that that area is lucrative, people will go into it. That was not spiritual. That was physical.
Rosalind,
and so, if we want to take action, we ought to take it physical.
Rosalind, you have a point, but remember, our first name that we had is Gold Coast. No matter what we do, God is in abundance in this land.
So do we have to destroy our water bodies because
I'm
of that?
saying that the reason why the licenses are given is to monitor companies. In the elsewhere government, they weren't even issue licenses.
If you give so many licenses, are you not permitting people to mine so much?
But you know,
how do you protect?
Mining is not bad, Rosie.
Nobody said mining is bad.
We have illegal mining.
But having a control on the number of people. We were here when the trade minister said and suggested that he was going to control the number of people that were importing rice into the system.
Right.
So it means that when it's overly done, there's a problem.
Well, so if you look at our spectrum of mining and whatever it is, the licenses that are even being released are small. Okay.
No,
what
but
we want to do is
the licenses that are being released are not small. We have to agree with that. They are not small.
So if you issue license to all these companies, you track them. If they are the ones that are involved in destroying our water bodies, you go after them.
Anyway.
So the license is to make sure that you monitor some of the activities of these companies that you've issued licenses to.
All right. So you at home can also send in your messages to us on 055-157-5757. Okay, so I think that today, because we want to hear your voices, want to hear the voice behind the messages that comes in, we want you to call us, okay? So today, it's call and voice out your opinion. I'm not going to read your messages, but call us and voice out your opinion. But please use the right words. I'm pleading with you. No insults whatsoever. If you insult, I'll cut you. I'm begging you. No insult whatsoever. Do not insult. Do not attack personality. Go straight to the point and address the issue. We have 55 days to elections, and we want to have a better Ghana before we even get there. And so when you call, make sure that you're addressing the issue. Do not attack any personality. Please don't attack any political party. Do not attack the president. Don't. Speak to the issue. If the president is wrong, tell the president he's wrong. But don't don't insult him. I'm begging you. Please. Thank you very much. Anyway, so still, Philemon?
Yes. On illegal mining.
Still on the, we'll wrap up on it very soon, and then we go into the clash that happened in Nima.
In Nima. I had my brother, happy birthday to your mother. My brother said that what else do you want the government to do? I mean, he said it out of desperation. I just looked at him and I feel the disappointment in his voice, because at this point, That is exactly the sentiment of this government. They are saying, what more can we do? What more can we do? Because you cannot do it. You've been a failure. You're a failure. All executive authority of this country has been vested to you as a government. You have control of the military. You have control of the police, of all security agencies. You even have a control about who you give a license to. And yet you come out and say, what more can we do? I will tell you what you can do. What the government can do is to immediately, as they have said to organized labor, that they are stopping the implementation of LI 2462, the LI granting them permission to mine. They should immediately stop it because most of those licenses have been given to NPP people. Most of them. And I wish you'd listen to Newsfile on Saturday and heard the experts speak about the effects that illegal mining is going to have on us. Look, my brother, it is affecting you directly. Whether or not you are MPP or an MPP communicator or you are a direct descendant of Akufo-Addo, it's going to affect you as much as it affects the people of my village. That's why we are saying the MPP has failed. And their failure leads to no other option but the fact that the people of this country should vote them out. Because those complicit in this whole canker of illegal mining, most of them are MPP people who have been given licenses and they are mining irresponsibly. So the point is that they come and say, oh, we have a license. We have a license. We have a license. When in actual fact, that said license is the basis upon which there's so much irresponsible mining. We can't put the irresponsibility on the doorsteps of the young boys and young girls in small communities are in mining areas. The bulk of it is done by these MPP people who are mining irresponsibly. And that's our point. So the point is that for us to solve illegal mining in this country, we must take out the MPP. Because the MPP has demonstrated, and just like my brother has expressed his frustration, what more can they do? They can do nothing. Because their own members are complicit in the illegal mining.
You tell us what you do. So the people
of this country,
tell us what
I will not be guided. I will not listen to
tell us what you do. Tell the viewers what you do. I will have the floor. Tell us what your policies
let him make his point.
He's not saying anything. He's not saying anything.
Benji, let him.
Give solutions to whatever you are proposing.
Benji, please let me moderate it. You have 3 minutes.
Rosalind, I think it's important that we're able to set some ground rules. The last time...
The rules are there.
I need to make my point. And that point is that the last time I was here with Benjamin, he was very unruly, and you did not rein him in.
I did not?
Yes, because he kept on interjecting me, just like today.
But the
point I'm making now, if Benjamin continues understanding, I think the program become ungovernable.
Don't mind him.
It would.
Don't mind.
I must be honest about that.
Are you threatening?
Because when we went out, this guy told me that he did that because he thought I was making very brilliant points. He told me that.
How can I say that?
So I think it's important. Yes, that's the point. Because if he keeps interjecting me and I keep quiet, I'm not making my points.
You like crying too much. The point is, you like crying too much.
Hold on.
When you have the platform, give us solutions. That's what you have to do.
Benji, please hold on. So, please, gentlemen, Philemon, first of all, don't threaten. No. There's a rule
Someone is not threatening. He's executing. He's executing. He's not even threatening. He's executing.
Wait, Philemon.
Yeah.
There are rules here. You have been here for a while. You go by the rules, which we appreciate.
Which is why I'm worried that someone else is doing that. And you're not holding him to task.
Please. We appreciate. Benji, please. You already know the rules. I'm begging you. When one person is on the floor, allow the person to go ahead and make his point. Thank you very much. Please, Philemon. I'll add 1 more minute to your time.
The fact of the matter is that the people of Ghana have seen, time without number, that this government has been a monumental failure. A monumental failure because, for the first time, organized labor had to hold the government by its balls. The government had to kneel down and beg, which is the reason why organized labor did not proceed. The government had to make concessions. I don't even believe that in the potency of their concessions. But the government made some concessions. And right now, the government has told us that they are going to attempt to stop the enforcement of the LI, that they themselves passed clandestinely. They went ahead to pass a law that allows their party...
Philemon, on this particular issue, people have been complaining that it wasn't just the NPP. You have members in parliament. Yes, the NPP has majority. However, we know that some members of your political party voted for this LI to be passed.
Rosalind, let me give you a bit of information. There's a difference between the LI and a bill. A bill goes through the normal parliamentary procedure, where there's a first reading, then they transfer it to the committee stage, the committee does the work, presents it to Parliament for Parliament to debate, and That's the thing about the normal bill lawmaking process. But an LI, it is passed by the executive, it is usually introduced by the executive. And once it is published in the Gazette and laid in Parliament, all they have to do is to lay it in Parliament. It's just the passage of time, and it becomes law. So an ally doesn't generate.
But you still have members in parliament who can actually fight it from being,
The point I'm making is that an ally, once lead in parliament, becomes law. You get the point? So it doesn't go through the normal lawmaking procedure like a bill, like the anti-LGBT bill, which has generated all of these debates and the invitation of experts to make an opinion. Allies are passed differently. So the introduction of this ally was done clandestinely. It did not have the backing of the minority in parliament.
Minority didn't know about it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it did not have the backing of the minority.
So they knew, but it didn't have the backing. That's what you're saying.
I think that I say what I want to say. And what I'm saying is that it did not have
You're trying
the
to play smart.
It did not have the backing of the
But they knew about it.
What happened is that the ally was clandestinely introduced in parliament. And once 21 days passes, it becomes law. That's the difference between the ally and other laws.
But the minority knew about it. The minority did not say or did not fight it.
I've demonstrated to you the two processes of making laws.
They still had the opportunity to stop it. They still had the opportunity to say that we are not in favor of this ally that's about to be passed. Minority was silent.
Even the media, when they think we go to find out, because I'm saying it was clandestine, when the media even found out, the media critiqued the government. So we are all together in our critique of the government about how clandestine.
But they are members in parliament.
The fact of the matter is that they passed this law, and this law is the basis upon which they gave out licenses to their members to go and mine in forests. After all these interjections, 1 minute more.
Yeah, 1 minute more.
The God of NDC be there for me. The
God
of NDC be there. But the fact of the matter is that we will not retreat. The NDC's commitment is solid. We are ensuring that it will not be said that we will allow our party people, to the extent that they are in government, to be involved in illegal mining, because we want to avoid the whole thing about conflict of interest. Today we have Sam Pine, former General Secretary of the NPP in Ashanti, Mayor of Kumasi. We have the NPP parliamentary candidate for Jopping. Most of them involved in illegal mining. How will all of these people then have the moral balls to fight illegal mining? We have several metropolitan, district, municipal chief executives of the NPP who are involved in illegal mining. How will these people be able to look Galamsey in the face and fight it? That is where the NDC is saying will not allow appointees of the NDC government to even get licenses. You choose between being a private person or being a politician, being a public servant. And that's a departure from the NPP that the NDC is. We are not like the NPP, where Akufo-Addo comes out solidly to say that, oh, if you want to make money, go to the private sector, when in actual fact, they are members of his party and government who are getting rich at the expense of you and I, the common citizens of this country.
Okay, Philemon. Benji.
You see, clearly, he has one task to do, that whenever he's given a big platform like your platform, is to incite people to vote against this government. Whatever he said, he never proposed a solution. In fact, they've been caught on tape by their own flag bearer, telling people on campaign grounds that those who have polluted our waters, who have been involved in illegal mining, and prosecuted by competent court of, jurisdiction, will be released when their flag bearer wins the presidency. Clearly. So all that he's saying is to score cheap political points.
Benji, do you agree that the fight against Galamsey, we cannot fight it without going for the heads as well? Do you agree?
Look.
There's a lady who did a video, and the video is trending. Now, what she said was that she has been employed. She earns 500 cedis a day. When the government employs her, she's earning 3,500 a month. But out of this employment, she earns 500 cedis a day. If she does extra hours, she gets another 500 cedis. So because of that, she would rather do Galamsey. Now, the question is, who are her employers?
So
we will arrest such a lady and leave the employers, and there's no job. So what happens is the next person looking for a job will take up the job.
Is it not the
so
same
why are we not
thing
going
that
for
I
the
said
heads?
Is it not the same thing that I said here, Rosalind? That 50,000 people were moved out of Galamsey site, given alternative businesses. They say the alternative business is not lucrative like the Galamsey.
So go for the head.
Okay.
When we have companies that don't pay their taxes, we don't go and arrest the workers. We arrest the bosses. So why is it that we are not fighting from the top and we are fighting from the down?
Look, we fought from the top to the down. You should know that the ordinary Ghanaian is very stubborn.
How many top people have been jailed?
Look,
how many top people have been prosecuted? How many top people have been arrested?
Well, I am telling you, that's why I'm telling you that with all these things that we are saying, everybody should get involved. We are not saying that you should go and arrest minor ones or whatever it is. Whoever is involved, were you not here when Kate Jemfo's excavators were
Was
bent
Kate
down?
Jemfo arrested? Was Kate
No,
Jemfo
but I am telling you, that should even tell you.
It's not just about burning. You have to go for after the person. If the person is a criminal, if I kill somebody and you come and take my gun, what have you done?
Look, that's what I'm saying, that Kate Jemfo's mining concession was even legal. She had the license. But when the Operation Galamstop went there was no favoritism. We had to ban her excavators to send a signal to everybody.
Why ban the excavators if it's legal?
That was when the fight
legal,
started.
why ban it?
When the fight started, it was very, very hasty, and they would not even listen to you. Once they find your excavator, they will ban it.
If I'm operating legally and you ban
That's
my
exactly what I'm saying.
What you do is that I can take you to court for
That's
actually
exactly what I'm
Did
saying.
she take you to court for banning?
No, I am saying that when the fight started, we did not employ any favoritism in any kind of way. Everybody was involved. We've realized that forces that we are using is not even helping us. We've come to persuasion, employed over 50,000, put them on government payroll. They've gone back to tell us that the Galamsey business is very lucrative. Philemon is now sitting down here to tell us that they have better options for Ghanaians. Whilst they've been caught on tape inciting people who are involved in Galamsey, who've been prosecuted, that when they have the power, they will come and release them. Have you not seen a video of Tony Oben and their former deputy communications officer, Kweku Boahen, going to Galamsey site and encouraging them to go on with their mining? Recently, just last week, he said that he's going to use the same tactics again, that he's going to go there to tell them. And I have said that with the fight.
For the government that is in power, this is what the ordinary Ghanaian, who will join us very soon on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757, will say that if you have any... Okay, so I'll give you another number to call us on, please. So please hold on. Now, if out of anything you are in power, there are rules, there are laws. If he ever goes out there to tell people this, it's criminal. Right. Arrest him.
You see, that's another way of handling these things. But you know, Rosalie,
you are fighting Galamsey.
Rosalie,
somebody has come to say that, as for me, I will make you do Galamsey. Arrest him.
That's true. That's why I'm saying that in all sincerity, we shouldn't even allow President Mahama to even stand for.
Arrest him.
He has to.
He's not about that.
He doesn't even have.
He's not the president.
He doesn't have.
He's
to,
a flag bearer of the
party.
party.
But he said that.
Arrest him.
With the cancer that we are all going through, when he comes, he's going to increase it. Why should I vote for such a person? But on a more serious note, Rosalind, I think government has really tried in fighting. Just that the ordinary Ghanaian is very stubborn. Rosalind, I'm telling you, I have seen videos on TikTok and other places, Facebook and other places, that these young men and women are telling people that the government cannot locate them. They will keep destroying the land. They will keep destroying the water bodies. That is their source of livelihood. When we have employed them, put them on other plans, other businesses, so that they can have something to eat, they are telling us that the Galamsey that they are engaging in is more lucrative. They are getting more money. I mean, Rosalind, who will leave a boutique to go and sell tomatoes? Because if you have a business that is fetching well amount of money, you wouldn't go down to go and do whatever business.
I will leave a boutique to go and sell tomatoes if the boutique owner has been arrested, and I don't have a job there. That's
what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, that when a business is very lucrative and it's illegal, people do not care about water bodies that is being destroyed. That is our problem.
Okay.
That is our problem. And that's exactly what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is saying. That another part of the problem is that the subcommittees, when he comes, he's going to make sure that chiefs in those areas, they are the ones that are going to head the committee. On prospecting, nobody is going to prospect again. Government is going to use technology to prospect. Because initially, this is what we are doing. those people find the prospecting, they do the prospecting themselves. And then when they go to the lands and find out, oh, there's no gold here, they come here and do another one, there's no gold here. So they end up destroying all these lands. But government is now saying that, okay, this time we are going to do the prospecting and we will show you by way of technology, we will show you where the gold is, that you can go and find it yourself, rather than going to destroy all these lands in the process of finding the gold.
Okay, great. Benji, thank you very much. So the number is available now. You can contact us. You can call us on 0302-211-694. 0302-211-694. Call us and let's hear your voice this morning. We are all joining forces to fight Galamsey. Now, when you call us, kindly mute the television set so that we can have a very good conversation. And please, no insults are welcome this morning. Thank you very much. And do not attack personalities. Let's all join forces to fight Galamsey. Now, the Catholics embarked on a prayer walk to fight Galamsey, and it's one of our topics that we are discussing right now. So when you call us, you can talk about that. Now, our next conversation is to do with the clash that happened at Mamobi over the weekend, where 9 persons were injured. They were taken to the hospital. 2 are still in the hospital receiving treatment. 7 have been released and they are home after the treatment, and the police is also saying that they're on manhunt for certain individuals. We have our first caller, Honorable. Hello, Honorable. Honorable Hassan.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very fine. My name is Honorable Siba Al-Hassan.
Okay, Honorable Siba Al-Hassan from Lower Menya, right?
That is perfectly so.
Please lower the volume on your television set for me.
That's okay. Please.
All right. And please, you can make your point.
Yes. Rosalind.
Yes.
I'm saying that, look, the NPP should give us a break. They are just wasting our money, resources, and time. They are choking our ears in this fight of Galamsey. They are not doing anything for 98 months. You couldn't arrest this menace. And for only 55 days or 88 days left for you in office, that is a fight it. Do you know the quantum of resources that they sank into this thing? We have to subject them to causing financial loss to the state right after January 7th, 2025. Rosalind, I am telling you the hell of money that these people are thinking. They're just wasting our money and time.
All right, Honorable Al-Hassan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. You at home can also call us on 0302-211-694, 0302-211-694. Call us and let's have a conversation. We give you 30 seconds to go ahead and make your point. And so, Philemon, back into our next conversation, which is the NDC NPP clash, which actually 9 persons were injured, taken to the hospital. 7 are currently, they've been released. 2 are still in the hospital. I think I should read a bit of what the Ghana Police report said with regards to it. What the Ghana Police report said was that the Ghana Police Service has restored calm at Mamobi, a suburb of Accra, following disturbances between supporters of the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress in the area that resulted in the injuries of 9 persons. 7 of the injured victims have been treated and discharged, while 2 are still receiving treatment at the hospital. Meanwhile, an intelligence-led operation is currently ongoing to get the perpetrators who have been identified by police arrested to face justice, which is a good call, because everybody who engages in something that is wrong must face justice. Yes.
I mean, the violence that happened in Mamobi is condemnable. Condemnable in every sense of the word. The facts are that the NDC members had planned a health walk. And in the conduct of the health walk.
I'll come back to you, okay, please. I have a caller on the line. Hello. Hello. Kumsin, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great. Kumsin, you have 30 seconds to make your point. Please go ahead.
I want to speak to you.
Please go ahead.
I'm fine.
Pacho Kasa, meet you. Na lower volume no TV so kakrama me. Why?
Okay.
Okay.
My home there. And the person make a tree.
Pacho Koso.
Catch a Michelle one say. Galamsey on one away. And she's going to go to my Maybe after one. Only no coffin, almost no coffin. I would get. We get. If you should be checked.
Okay, Medasipa, thank you very much for calling us. Have a good day. All right, so Kumsim feels that it's the government that should stop it because it's his people doing it, and so they should go ahead and stop it. That's what Kumsim said. Yes, you were making a point.
Yes, so I mean, the voice of the people is the voice of God. I mean, we must establish that. But on the issue of IASONOF, so the NDC people had planned a health walk, which they were executing yesterday, when a rival group, purportedly from the NPP, attacked them, opened fire. And in fact, there are people that have, I'm happy the police have said that they have identified people, because we have videos and pictures of all of these people, these NPP thugs who invaded this peaceful march. I mean, IASONOF is quite a peaceful constituency, and it is a commitment of the NDC that we shall ensure peace. But like our chairman said...
I'll come back to you, unfortunately. Hello, Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm. Yes, Alhaji Hamza.
Yes, madam. Good morning, madam.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Fine, thank you. Please make your point.
Yeah, madam, before I proceed to talk about the issue of Galamsey, let me first and foremost use this opportunity to advise or to call on my fellow men, because this month is a month of breast cancer. You know, some of our men, the way they usually handle the breasts of our women is not, a lot at all. Because if you see some men, if they got hold of the breast of a woman, hey, so at least they should be handling it with care.
Okay, thank you very much. Please make your point now, yes.
Now, madam, talking about the issue of Galamsey, you know, the president has all powers, authority invested in him to fight Galamsey in this country. So talking about President Muhammad said to grant amnesty to people, it's not starter. He has no power. All powers are invested in the president. So if we mean to fight Galamsey, we can do so. Madam, just take a look at what happened to Madam Kendi Mfua. She's a national woman organizer for God's sake for NPP party. She was arrested, her equipments were burnt to ashes, but she's working a free woman today. But others are in jail. What about her?
Okay.
We were told by the Minister of Lands and Forestry, Abu Jinapo, and the Forestry Commission and the Mineral Commission, that our Kunta mining company has no permit to go into our forest and mine. But what happened? Nothing.
All right, Alhaji, thank you so much for making your points. Thank you. And when you call, please keep it brief for us. We want you to keep it very brief for us. Thank you so much. You can also call us on 0302-211-694, 0302-211-694. So, Philemon, I keep interjecting. Please forgive me.
Yes, so the NDC is committed to peace. But to the extent that we are committed to peace, we are also vigilant and will not take for granted any unprovoked attack by the NPP. Our chairman has been very categorical that the NDC will no more be the victim of the peace of this country. That means we are calling on those who must take action to take action. It should not be politics as usual, where an NPP tax would go and perpetrate violence and they sweep it under the carpet. We remember when their youth organizers and thugs went into a studio and invaded. Not much happened out of it. A small fine was what they gave them. I think that you should punish people stiffly, that they don't repeat such lawlessness. Because imagine that people want to revenge for what has happened because of the absence of justice. What can happen? It's going to be much more worse, because a reprisal is usually worse than the first instance attack. So I think that it's important that the Ghana Police Service will show impartiality, and that all the NPP thugs that are involved in this mayhem, the guns they have used to fire, the guns should be confiscated. All weapons in IASONOF that NPP thugs are holding should be confiscated, because the peace of this country is very important. Right. But the fact that we want peace does not mean we'll sit down unprovoked, we'll sit down unconcerned for the NPP to keep attacking. You attack us at your own peril, NPP. Okay,
thank you very much. So, Philemon, I'll come to you, Benji. Please hold on for me. We have Reverend, let me get his name right so I can address him very well. So he's in the person of Reverend Father Nicholas. Okay, Reverend Father Nicholas, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us this morning on Prime Morning. Reverend Father, congratulations on the prayer walk. It was a very successful one. You had over thousands of people joining this walk.
Thank you.
Have you achieved the aim for the walk?
Well, we can say for the walk per se, yes, but we're still waiting to see, like we presented our petitions to the government, we will see some actions as we have indicated in the petition. That will make things complete, and we'll be happy as a country and as Ghanaians.
Reverend Father, since you're live on TV, can you please tell us exactly what is in your petition?
Come again, please.
Can you please tell us what exactly is in your petition to the government?
Well, we're just asking, in the summary, we're asking that something positive to be done to change what the menaces that is happening, particularly concerning Galamsey. And we're also asking that the people should be stopped. Some of our things were the call we're asking in the past days have been that if emergency, state of emergency call. But we also acknowledge that the government has taken something, and we thank that. We were very grateful that even before the walk, we've seen some few changes. But like I said earlier, we were expecting that we are expecting that more will happen to stop this menace.
So do you want a state of emergency declared as well, as other bodies are calling on?
Yes, we will prefer that also to the areas, particularly to the areas where the Galamsey is happening. We'll prefer that. At least that will also give enough room for the stakeholders to come together and find better solutions. Otherwise, we've heard this before. Soldiers have been deployed there before, and therefore we want something more than just that.
Right. Did you give timelines to the government with regards to your petition?
Not really. We didn't actually give timeline, but we are still praying. The prayer walk is, outdoor is finished, but we'll be praying still and asking that the Lord will continue to touch it. But we didn't give timelines.
Okay. Will you embark on another prayer walk if the government doesn't act as you wish in probably the next 1 month?
Oh, well, let's see how it goes. We also heard that he was not in the country. Let's see how it goes. It might not be another prayer walk, but maybe it's another way of dialoguing or another way of trying to get to him so that we can all work together.
All right. Thank you very much, Reverend Father. And before you go, I think one concern of the citizen is the fact that before you embarked on this walk, you said it was not to target the government, but rather to raise awareness on environmental protection. And some citizens felt that you were not speaking or hitting the nail on its head because now you have petitioned the government. So why don't you just say that it's about what the government is doing and what the government can do to fight Galamsey?
Well, that's also one side of it. It's also to raise awareness, like we said at the initial stage. Awareness, the fact that we know people are already talking, but the church also has a mandate to do that. And that is why the church also came out to do the work, to create the awareness as we have catered Guinea. Now, this award is not for people, we know people are already heard, but then the church is not still unconcerned about what's happening. Who is the church to begin with? Every Christian is a church. Everyone is a church. So therefore, we all come together as a church to find ways and means to let our voices be heard, especially by those who are digging, who are also Christians. Anyway, there are Catholics there who are digging the Galamsey. There are Pentecostals and other church members there. There are Muslims. And so, that's also to create or send message to those people. And to ask Ghanaians, like we said, it's an environmental war. It's the main focus, actually, the Galamsey. But we are also stressing the other areas, like littering around and all those things. And then, of course, felling trees anyhow and not replanting. These are some of the things
Okay. Are you happy with the action government says it's going to take, revocation of the LI 2462 bill?
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. We are happy about that. But like we said, we want more than that, so that at least these things will be stopped.
All right. Thank you very much, Reverend Father Nicholas. We are very grateful.
Thank you very much.
Have a fantastic day.
You too.
Reverend Father Nicholas spoke on behalf of the Catholics that embarked on the prayer walk on Friday. And so, it's, like he said, it's a prayer walk to raise awareness on environmental protection, but most importantly, on Galamsey. And they petitioned the government. They said they heard that the president is not in the country, but they're hoping that once the president comes back, things will fall in place. And also, they are hoping to have a state of emergency declared in the areas where Galamsey is very prominent. All right.
So just a bit of an addition. The president was in the country because just yesterday, Saturday, the president was in action. The demonstration was on Friday. He was in Ghana.
Maybe he came on Saturday morning.
We've done the checks.
Which checks?
The president was around. So, Father, you see, the fact that the president doesn't listen, that's the point. Father,
all right, let me move
nothing
on.
is true about the fact that the president doesn't listen. Because
Benjamin,
prior to your walk,
all right,
several other people spoke and the president didn't listen.
Your time is up, though.
Absolutely.
So, Benjamin.
I think that the Reverend Bishop, Reverend Father they've done the right thing. I think government is already on course. Government has declared all our forest reserve a danger zone, and it's a way to go. With the clash at Nima, I believe that we all have to advocate for peace. This election should be a peaceful one. It's not about NDC, NPP tax, whatever it is. Let's all come together and advocate for peace, because Ghana is the only place that we have. We don't have to, this election is all about ideas.
It was quite worrying for me seeing
ideas.
that, I saw videos of it and I was quite surprised, I must say, because I was thinking that we've gone beyond that, that part of politics.
Exactly. It's been a while since we saw footages like that. And, on this side of our country, we must encourage them that whoever comes to incite them, they should call out their family members instead. Whoever comes in to give you money to go out there, to disturb, to steal ballot box or whatever it is, please ask them where their relatives are. Because elections is all about ideas. There's no need to go and fight and then, engage in all sort of, war, whatever it is. So this is to both the parties. Let us all come together. Ghana is the only home that we have. There's been instances where, some people will just take up the law upon themselves. But the police is there to enforce laws. The court is there to bring justice. So if you feel you haven't been fairly treated, when somebody pulls a knife on you or whatever it is, and
hey, when somebody pulls a knife on you, you have to defend, though. Will you wait to die before you go to the police?
I'm saying that, with all the footages that the police is saying, we hope that they will act upon them.
Yes,
it's very, very important.
Very important,
Rosie, my message of peace is that both NDC and NPP, we are one people. Even after Philemon and I,
we all have
disagree on certain things here. When we get down there, we talk before we all move to our cars or go to our separate ways. Sometimes we even go and eat together. We are all one people.
That's true. That's true.
The followers shouldn't get it wrong. We have disagreements when it comes to TV, and when we close, we are together.
Yeah, I think that for you at home, know that we are all siblings, like Benji has said, like Philemon has said. The only thing is that please, I don't know how to put it, but we are praying on a peaceful election. 2024 must be as peaceful as possible. You can call us on 0302-211-694. We've spoken about Galamsey issues. You can still go ahead and speak on the Galamsey issue because it's the most pertaining issue currently. And you can also go ahead and talk about the other issues as well. That's to do with the clash that happened at Mamobi-Nima between the NPP and the NDC. We are going to take a look at what the party chairman of the NPP said. NDC, that is Asiedun Ketia, said with regards to election 2024. He's cautioning the EC not to print the ballot papers. Wow. Philemon, why don't you want it to be printed though?
Well, I think that it's beyond just ballot papers, but proceeding with issues of printing and all of that, I think it's important. You are aware, Rosalind, of what most of us have come to agree as gross injustice meted out to someone like Bernard, who is in court. And indications are that Bernard has even procured an injunction.
Yeah.
From the High Court.
He told me, and we actually said it on TV.
Yes, yes. So he's procured an injunction against the EC. So what an injunction thus is that it stays the EC from going ahead with the conduct of the preparatory stages of the election until Bernard is heard and the court makes a determination. That has not been done yet, and yet the EC is proceeding with it.
But then isn't it for the court to also go ahead and present, tell the EC you cannot go ahead and print?
Yes, so that's the purpose of the injunction.
Yeah. Let me answer this call. I'll come back to you. Hello, Baba. Oh, Baba, I'm so sorry. I should have picked you a bit earlier. You can call again. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. You at home can also call us on 0302-211-694, 0302-211-694. You can either speak on the Galamsey or speak on the clash between the NDC and the NPP that happened over the weekend at Mamobi-Nima, or you can speak on the fact that the party chairman for the NDC is cautioning the EC not to go ahead with the printing.
Yes, so on the injunction is the basis upon which the EC must hold.
Okay, Hajia has called me from Mamobi. Mamobi is very important to me. Let me answer this call. Hello, Hajia.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, Hajia, talk to me.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hajia.
Me catch you and pastor. Me I didn't see and me walk and right. They see and chaos.
Wow.
And I'm a family member. 13 years old born in a family member.
Wow.
Yeah. I hate you. There put me and your prayer. For many years, I was don't go. I am not that. Rosen, I had you. I see for the movement of the back woman and yes, fine.
Hajia Pacho, then they see a chair near see.
All the run or muko walk. If I see since last 2 weeks, I didn't mean no street in the store. Almost 30 AP or also almost office. Naza, your friend is a judge and office new area one. It's your ya move at Gadawo anymore. And some of my start work, every Mamobi-Nima, no map around the areas, and I'll be side your one and son or Maka, your Becca message now, I again, or Marco. Every people or more office, the same area, or my office in like 2 each walk. Uber walk is 2 minutes, be now I do. We are not, it's a bank, almost been bank. It's in a year, almost perfect. Not NPP, so I almost had the Singapore. Since last week, I didn't start saying, kissing Tamas. Oh, the NPP by Rose, no more person to say NDC for my MP. Almost the who be saying
it's Mujina Hono. Ajanya Butramami, Mujina Hono, and Omobe attack Moana. Omobe
attack NDC for yes, in a Hono, Yakoya walk, we are Rosalind. Yeah. Patwine, Yakoya work, we are Yabe say anymore. And so almost work, and move up with our office. And one, Uncle is in our side. Oh, yeah. Very, very little one. Almost in our side, saying no motion, no wood to motor soup. And just if you know, the woman you're flying, Kubamwana, and the one tree say, and about we night, thank you, nice link it into the night, years ago. And all the war, me, ban about coin, and my NDC. And before I don't want to buy it, and there was a new one I did for many years for her. You walk peacefully. And this is a motion. Almost as though who be saying who's a penny for a story, I won't be answered. I don't know, yes, because to me, it's life. I receive the catcher me, NDC, so I won't take it because I'm not coming for from this work. And I know that a kind of a campaign at NDC or more. And tomorrow, me by say, I mean, me baby, so many, me after me. And when I go against NDC, don't want to run me, I say go like I don't go against NDC. I don't win on the area. You have for so many years. Every people now, NDC, your house. We are going peaceful work. No, imagine a guy now waiting you know. On yes, of the town front of Kumbazongwa, and yes, they are a boy in Bonnie. Yes, that is the first time I see. This last 2 and I deal with this.
Ajay, I'm a patron.
I'm going to report it because this week, Minister Mubeta, I'm going to report and I'm going to before you.
It's a first time I see Niana, Ajay. As I'm can a first time I see.
Oh, and this is time, like walk, no, and that first my 18, and we name have particular. Also, first time I is working, if you were Nima police station side or another place, by the first time, like me, first time, area, say you walk in a area, particular Mamobi-Nima, because I didn't see. And yet, you won't be that. What can I say?
Okay.
What I say next week, no more from the reporters.
Yeah, Beba, and next week, this week, yeah, Beba. Ajia, this week, yeah, Beba be investigating. You bet here NPP force side of the story because assembly and get back side. You bet here both sides. Then we can make a judgment on it. Now, me pasha Kolana and what to say?
Yeah, you know about ono na ye won no kwechi no
ye de nyame asese ne ho atona
13 years old boy
ye bon paya ma no aja menfa phone into so me producers no bekasa behind the scenes into menfa phone into so why okay thank you very much. And this happened from what Aja is saying. They went on a walk, they were standing in front of their party office. The two offices are quite close. The NPP party office is close to the NDC party office. They've been embarking on walk all the time. Sometimes they clash, but there's not been any violent clash, and this is the first time that they are having a violent clash in Nima. They were standing there, the NPP people started, they came in, they started screaming on them, and then one person took out a knife and ended up stabbing a little boy who was 13 years old. There were others who were injured. They've been treated and let go. They are in their homes, but there are two persons who are still in critical condition in the hospitals and receiving treatment. The police has promised us that they are on manhunt to make sure that the perpetrators are found and brought to book. And Ajia, from the side of the NDC, has told her story. If you are a person of the NPP and you were there and you also have a first-hand witness, please, you can call us on 0302-211-694, 0302-211-694, and also share your side of the story. But you can trust us as multimedia will be on the grounds to get the full details and get it to your doorstep as well. Hello, Benjo. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Benjo. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, you're calling us from Abeka. Please lower the volume on your television set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, what I want to say is that this year's election, there is a whole lot of things that is going to happen, and then most of the time, we all know that when it happens this way, it is we, the Zongo guys, that are going to cause the trouble. And now, this year's election, we have two heads that are coming from the north. So it tells you that there is going to be a whole lot of problem. So I'm urging all my northern guys, they should be very, very careful because it's not going to be very, very easy.
No, but if you say there's going to be a problem, why don't we rather say there's going to be peace? Why don't we push the agenda of peace? Why are we saying problems?
Oh, yeah. You see, we can push for the agenda of peace.
Yes.
But looking at the situation, my brothers from the Zongo community, I want to understand, are we take time to educate them on the NDC and NPP politics that we do here? Sometimes they watch the television and they think it's all about fighting. So it is the responsibility of the NDC and the NPP to educate them that politics is not about fighting.
Right.
They have to tone down.
Okay.
Because I have never seen our brothers in the Zongo community being educated on politics.
All right, Benji. Thank you.
We are the people.
Okay.
Most of the time when there is a problem, we are the ones that cause the problem.
Point well made. Thank you very much. And so today on the show, that's a good thing. I've had my two guests all saying that we are preaching peace. And I like it. I like it. They started preaching peace from the beginning. And we'll keep on preaching peace, peace, peace. The fact that we talk about issues does not mean that we are enemies. Benji said it, that we are not enemies. Sometimes we get down there, we eat together. Philemon has said it, that when we got downstairs last week, we were all talking and laughing. So it means that we are one people. So we plead with everybody that peace is what's most important. 2 minutes to make your point, then I can go.
I agree fundamentally that we all want peace, but I think it's so important for us to underscore the essence of justice. Because look, I'm sure you get to find out, but I think that the recklessness and lawlessness by certain people because they feel they're in government is something we must check. Because look at the life of this young boy who was stabbed, unprovoked. This boy could have just died.
13 years old.
13 years old, just because you feel that you are in government and you can do anything.
We are yet to know if it was,
I said it before, and the woman has corroborated what I've said, because we're on the grounds, we understand what's happening. So as much as the NDC is committed to peace, we will not be the victims of peace. That means that those who have a responsibility to ensure that perpetrators of crime, like those NPP tax and IAS North, be brought to book. They should be brought to book, because there's a potential of reprisal if justice is not meted. As much as we are committed to peace,
there's no potential.
There is.
There is none.
We are committed to peace,
it's going to be a peaceful
but let there be
election.
justice. We are committed to peace. Let there be justice. Let there be justice. That 13-year-old and all those that were beaten and stabbed and shot in Ayawaso North, let them receive justice. We know the issues of Ayawaso West Wugon, where nothing really happened. It's not happening in Ayawaso North. So the NDC has a precedent to say that you did it to us, nothing happened, you are doing it to us again. So we hope that the government will set up.
The government
Benji remains my friend even though he's in the NPP. But that's because we relate with each other on the altar of justice. So let justice be given to the people of Ayawaso.
All right, thank you very much.
But on the issue of the election, I hadn't concluded on the election.
Please.
So on the issue of the election, the NDC's position is the fact that already we do not even have a voter register yet. The EC is yet to give us a voter register. There's also a matter in court against the EC by Bernard Mona. There's an injunction in place. So on what basis is the EC proceeding with the printing of notice of polls and all of the things associated with the election when there's something in court that has to be determined? The EC is an umpire and we expect nothing but fairness. We have already given a litany of how they've been unfair. But now it's at least knowing that it's even Bernard, knowing that there's gross injustice meted out against, we hope that the EC will be fair. And they should be guided by the fact that when you disobey the order of the court, it constitutes contempt.
All right. Thank you very much, Philemon.
Rosalind, I feel that there's already tension in the air. We must find words that would really bring peace and not to escalate matters. Like we are saying, both the NDC and the NPP would have to come together. I think there's going to be a peace pact that they would have to sign. I don't know if I think they've already signed something like that. But you see, let us all understand.
But did the NDC sign the peace pact?
They haven't.
There's been no peace pact.
There's no, it hasn't been signed.
There's been no peace pact.
No peace pact, because I remember the party chairman of the NDC said
but they threatened that they were not going
things
to
are
sign.
done, he's not going to sign.
But see, even if you sign a peace pact and you have MP people going to attack NDC people, what's the essence of that peace pact?
Anyway, Philemon, please make your point.
This is not the first time. You equally have NDC people also attacking NPP in the coming days. But what we should advocate is that we are all one people. Let us not escalate matters. There's tension already in the air. Let's try and come together as one people. Like we have said, whether it's NPP or NDC, whoever wins, we are all one Ghana. Nobody is going to die because somebody is seeking to become a president. If anybody comes to you, like I've said earlier, if someone comes to you to give you money to go and destroy whatever, please. And we are saying, let's also hear the side of the NPP. Because right now, it seems that the NDC is the only people that are narrating their story.
We need both sides, though.
Okay, we need to hear both sides. But most importantly, let's come together as one people. On the elections, the EC...
But Benji, if it comes out that it was actually started by the NPP...
Right. The police must be up and doing. We trust in them. They've reposed some certain confidence in us that they are capable of doing their work. And we must condemn... praise the IGP for the confidence that they've reposed in the system. That these days the police, once you try to do anything that is not in line, they are going to arrest you.
Okay.
They've been very up and active on social media. They've reported, series of cases and all that. So we have confidence in them. If it's the NPP, arrest them, please. This election, there's tension is already in the air.
Yeah.
And I must say, with the elections, let's leave the issue to work. The woman is a capable woman. They had their chance in court when they disputed the 2020 elections. They went there, they told us they did not have any evidence. When they went to IPAC openly, we all saw it. They said they did not have any evidence. So please, the EC is doing its work. It's an independent body. Let's encourage them. Let's encourage them to be the referee that we want them to be. The blaming games is not going to help. All that I'm saying is that this election is going to be a peaceful one. Whoever wins, Ghana is still going to enjoy the peace that we are enjoying.
All right. Thank you so much, Benji. I want to thank my guests for being here. Philemon Laesqua, who represented the NDC, and Benji Jewu-Appiah, who represented the NPP. I'm grateful that you made time this morning.
Thank you so much, Rose.
Absolute pleasure.
To all our viewers that called, I'm super grateful that you called us. And to those of you who tuned in as well, I'm grateful that you tuned in. We'll be trying as much as possible to hear your voices more than text messages going forward so that you can speak out whatever is bothering you. And as you know, multimedia, you can trust us. We'll get to the ground and get every nitty-gritty with regards to the situation that happened at Mamobi-Nima, and we'll bring you the details. Of course, the police are saying that they are on a manhunt for certain individuals that started it. We'll get to know whether it was started by the NDC or the NPP, and we'll condemn whoever started this act. It's a very wrong act, and so we will condemn it. My name is Roslyn Felly. This is all that time will permit us for this segment. It's probably brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Whatever gadget you are looking for, mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, well, we've got all of them. Make sure that you visit any of our shops or download the app on your phone, which is Franco Trading app, or visit our website for further details. www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa pair fee. Of course, over the weekend, we didn't hear the best of news. On Saturday, around 6 p.m., a young man, 15 years of age, he's not 16 yet. He's yet to turn 16, so I have to let you know. He's not 16 yet. Now, this young boy took his father's vehicle, his mother's vehicle, while the party was ongoing. He drove at top speed, which was not at the speed limit for that area, recklessly drove without license, crashed into individual persons who lost their lives. It's one of the topics that Esiedwa is going to talk about during What's Trending. Another video that's trending where his father stood on the pulpit and said in his country, senior policemen actually salute him because he can drive without license. Well, we'll get to the bottom of that. And for the souls that have been lost, we pray for them and we pray for the family that in this time, may God give you strength, because it's a very difficult time and this should not happen to anybody. And justice will definitely be served. I trust that justice will be served. We don't have to see this again. Yesterday, I was pondering over something where Lil Wayne, and I'll mention name, yes, something happened. What happened? And people were calling it out. A young man's life was lost. They settled it out of court. Will this also be settled out of court? Or lessons will be learned? Justice must be served. Don't take money, families. Justice must be served. We'll take a quick break. Coming up next is What's Trending with Esiedwa Komia. Do stay.